Hey guys. Um, so it is a couple minutes after midnight, and so today was Wednesday, and I went to sleep at 2 p.m. today because so last night, Tuesday night, so on Tuesday night, I came home from seeing a friend and I started working on this painting that I've been working on since June. And it's a painting, it was a gift, and I've been working on it since June, and I've never had formal training as an artist or a painter. However, I've been painting sporadically since I was a child. It's my favorite thing to do. And this is my experience when I paint. When I paint, I'm playing with the textures of the paint and the way the brushes imprint into the paint and the way the paint will stick on the canvas, and I'm playing with all of that. I'm getting a joy out of it. You know, it's visually pleasing, and and I never know what I'm doing. I just know that I'm very much entertained with the textures and the colors. And so I don't know what the painting is. I just know that I'm enjoying playing until there's this moment where it's like a light bulb moment, and I know what the painting is and what the pattern I want to pursue for the rest of the painting is. But that doesn't reveal itself to me until I've been with the painting for at least a couple hours, right? And as I've gotten older, I've painted less and less. But what I've seen is that if my life would be a little bit chaotic, in the sense I'm, I would be partying too much, or like working too much, or just hanging out too much, or just or I wouldn't have like a very permanent living situation. And so I wouldn't paint during those years or months. But then I recognize that when I, if you've been following my channel, this is it's a journey of just becoming stable and happy and undoing limiting beliefs and just bettering myself in my life, right? So there's been times where what I recognize is that I paint when I move into a good place, or when I find some sort of peace in my surroundings. So what's happened was that I moved here to where I am now, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna do this painting. And it's been such a long time since I've painted. So I started the painting and then I stopped. And then I had these ideas that I sketched out, and it was a lot of work. The canvas is about this big, and what I did was I took this texture. It's a gooey texture that when it dries hard, but it gives the canvas all this texture, right? So because I love almost like a three-dimensional painting. But the point is that I started it in June, and then I couldn't get back into it for some reason. I didn't know it was. I just knew it was a lot of work, and usually a lot of work doesn't scare me. But it just takes I have to get into it mentally, right? I have to go there. And so what happened was on Tuesday, I finally went there, and I started painting Tuesday night, and I painted all the way until Wednesday today morning. I think I was done with the painting around 1:30 p.m. So from Tuesday night around 10 to 1:30 p.m. And that's the way I paint. I will get into it, and then once I'm in its grips And once I know, I see the vision of, okay, this is what the painting is, I can get so into it that I won't want to stop. And with this particular painting, it's a gift for somebody special. I was like, I want to finish it. I'm going to take advantage of this moment. And so I finished the painting, and it's very gold. And like, I went in a completely different direction with it. Originally, it was going to be, what I like to do is I like to have a lot of color and a lot of sections of color, and I love texture, so I will take my time on a huge canvas just making all these little sections of color and all these different textures. And but then I was like, you know what though, I have this beautiful gold. So I finished the middle part in color. It's like a big text in color. And I finished that, and I was like, okay, well that looks nice, and this gold is beautiful, and it's on a wooden canvas, so why don't I just paint the whole canvas gold? And I did, and then I was like, but I still have all these outlines that like kind of grew off of the words. Originally I was gonna do all of it in color, so it was just like color, 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 and the words were just kind of like in the middle. But then I just decided to do it in gold, and then just keep the outlines in black, and it's too gold, so I don't know if I'm gonna go in with like an iridescent pearl and kind of do like a pattern of gold pearl iridescent to kind of break up and just add more busyness to it. Or if maybe I'm just gonna finally give it to this person, and then I'll just have like another go at it over time, and then complete the vision of it just being like a bunch of colors. I would show it to you guys, but I haven't given it to him yet, so, and I think he watches these sometimes, so after I give it to him, maybe I'll show you guys. But it was nice to paint. It was nice to get caught up with schoolwork. I've been sick the past week, and I went to sleep today from 2 p.m. to like 2:30 to like right now, and I feel like my body feels very, very rested, but God, my sinuses are still just like ugh. Yeah, it's not a good, like, it's amazing how different you feel with no sleep. Like my brain was just kind of not, like by 2:30 p.m. painting all night, my brain was just kind of like done. So sleep is actually really important, is what I'm trying to say. And I think I'm also trying to say I need to prioritize proper sleep schedules. But still, I want to make this video and just continue improving myself day after day. And you know, like, life is short, and I want to have a life well lived, and I want to enjoy it. You know, I woke up and I saw that Liam Payne passed away today at 31. He fell out of a window in Argentina, out of a balcony window, and only 31 years old. And it's so sad. He was so young. And I want to make the most of, I mean, I don't know how many days I have left. Nobody knows, really. And I feel like I played, or not played, but maybe I felt victimized by life. And I think I did walk around like a victim for a long time of my life and of things that have happened, and I just want to live a life that I enjoy. you know, I want to have options, and I want to have security. And what I mean by security, like, I know that security isn't really real, it's a feeling, but you know, having a nice home and having finances to have a nice home, to have good food, to have options, to like to go out and enjoy things and have experiences, and be there for people, and just to, you know, money for creative ventures, or to spend time with loved ones. Like, I've kind of just always been like the friend that doesn't have money, and you know, and always like just has an excuse for why I can't do things, or why I don't want to do things. And I just kind of want a bigger life now, you know, like before, I know there were reasons why I didn't show up and do more, and I always had an excuse for why I couldn't do something. But I just don't want to live that way anymore, and the only way that's going to change is if I make hard changes in my thinking and my schedule and my priorities. And like, yeah, you know, this week school was basically canceled because there was a shooting at one of our campuses. And I came home last night, and I just, you know, decided to paint, and I just went with it, and I just stayed up well till the next morning. But I think that, you know, okay, maybe that was okay yesterday, but I want to build a bigger life, and I do believe that that's going to require discipline on my end, not just staying up all night. Like, that's something that I used to do when I was a kid, you know, or it's something that I used to do when I had like this victim mentality, and I wasn't excited about the next day because I was afraid of the next day. So I would just stay up all night and just revel in the night, eating and watching movies. And then the next day, well, I was up all night, so I have to sleep in and just sleep most of the day away. And if that was my coping mechanism back then, that's fine. But again, like, my life is just small, and I want more. And if you're watching this video and you want more is there for us. We have to become the vessel through which we attract it, and the funnel through which everything that we want that's already here can fall and come to us. And I think I have to just operate and move a certain way and make certain decisions where certain things are important, like you know, doing certain tasks, and just building a career, or relationships, and being a responsible, reliable person, and you know, and like working out and eating healthy so that I can show up and be a responsible, reliable, relationship building person. And I know that there's a lot of abundance available to us. So let's go get what we want. Let's be the best version of ourselves, and let's just keep getting after it day in and day out. And I'm so grateful for my health. You know, my body feels way better today than, excuse me, my body feels a lot better today than it did last week. I'm still not 100%, but I am so grateful for my health, and I'm so grateful for my home, and I'm so grateful for my journey, and I'm so grateful for all of this, and that's a good feeling. You know, gratitude is a great feeling. It's the best feeling ever. Did you guys see the show Nobody Wants This on Netflix? So I was not clicking on it. I was like, that doesn't look, I'm not going to watch that. And I was like, I'm not gonna watch that. But yesterday, because I was painting, I watched my go-to movie if I'm chilling and I want something on the TV is Something's Gotta Give. I think it's Something's Gotta Give. It's Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton. Something's Gotta Give. Like, I just throw that movie on whenever I sit down. If I don't have something that I'm gonna watch, that's what's gonna go on the TV. And then, okay, so I watched that, and then I'm pretty sure before that I watched something else. But then this show just started playing on Netflix. And I was like instantly into it. So Nobody Wants This was so good. I loved it. I love that it was filmed in Silver Lake. I get this odd pride and joy when I see a show is filmed in Los Angeles. Like, it just gives me joy to recognize, I'm like, oh, I know what street that is, and I love Los Angeles. Like, I'm like a tourist here, even though I was born and raised here. I love Los Angeles. And this show, it was funny, and it was filmed in Silver Lake, and I think like only 20% of shows are filmed in LA now. So it was just so nice to see, and like, you know, like they're getting breakfast at like the Yeasty Boys bagel truck, and it's like Parkman Avenue, and it's like, it's Silver Lake Reservoir, and but the thing is, so I binged the whole show. It's 10 episodes, and I'm painting, and then the show ended, and I just restarted it. Like, I watched it twice, basically. It's 10 episodes, and I watched all 10, and then I just restarted it from episode 1 again, and I got to episode 5. And so I watched that show basically twice, and I really liked it, and I can't wait for season 2. It has so many goodies in it, and it's funny. I really like the writing. Great show. I recommend that show. I loved it so much. I don't know, and I think I just miss Silver Lake. I used to work in, I used to do real estate in Silver Lake, so I was there a lot, and I would just hang out there all day, because I'd be showing apartments in Silver Lake all day. So I would hang out at Intelligentsia on Sunset a lot, and I used to run around the Silver Lake Reservoir every day. I didn't live there, but I worked in that area, so I was there a lot. And I've lived in North Hollywood, I've lived in Hollywood, I've lived in the Valley, I've lived in Sherman Oaks, I've lived in West Hollywood, and now I'm by the beach in LA, in Venice, and I love LA. I love downtown. I love the arts district of downtown. I love Silver Lake, and I get so much joy from seeing LA on TV. But I think I missed Silver Lake. It's been 2 years since I've really just like gone to Silver Lake to hang out. And so it was a treat to see this like show, and they have beautiful homes in the show. And you know, I don't know, maybe I just really like Angelinos, you know, because I'm an Angelino. And it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. Okay, let's put this on. Let's do our crunches. I'm here today. Tomorrow, maybe I do more, maybe I do less. Who knows? This is my human experience. I've been talking for 20 minutes. This is gonna be a long video. I don't know. This is good because this is video 72, and this is a workout. This is not a workout challenge. This is like an accountability thing for myself to develop consistency. And this is the first time, I don't know, I just got in front of the camera. I think, no, yesterday or the day before, I showed you guys a caterpillar on the floor. And then yesterday, I think I showed you guys this mask that I'm working on for school, which, by the way, now it's like gorgeous and iridescent and gold, and I'm not gonna show you. Okay, maybe I'll show you. It's right here. But the point is that this is my mask for my acting, my movement class. Coffee straws. These are sleeves, coffee sleeves, you know, just painted gold. And this is, it kind of looks like V for Vendetta, but I painted this. This is for a performance I have on Monday. And I was like, oh, so this is what I'm saying. That is the first time I think you just come on here and just have kind of just talked, you know? And I don't consider myself a political person, but obviously, like, the idea of having a podcast, like, who doesn't have that idea? But, you know, I'm just like, I'm not political. I don't think I'm too strongly opinionated about, like, what would I ever talk about on a podcast? I would never know what to talk about. And this is the first time that I've gotten on here, and I think I've just kind of talked, and it maybe took me, this is day 72 or 73, to just kind of feel comfortable enough to just sit with you guys and just talk and just talk, you know? Maybe I'm like afraid of judgment on the internet or something, but I don't know. It's the first time I'm just on here talking. That's kind of nice. I don't know what's gonna be of these videos, but all right, here's a video on manifestation.
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So, a lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. You truly believe in it. If you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction that will become reality.
Make this note. Don't become a victim of yourself. Forget the thief in the alley that's after your purse. What about the thief in your mind that's after your promise?
There's this thing about people, and they talk about manifesting. It's been real, man. Manifesting is real. When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up, you know, doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become. It's real. And there's no excuses. There's no days off. There's no, everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me because of this and that and all this whining. It's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want. They know who they are. And they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there.
This is a good one. I'll link this
He's the
in
biggest
the
man I've ever
description.
seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.
There's people like us, we're crazy in the sense that we believe to be, it's almost delusional sometimes.
Yes.
That, like, what's the one, I've heard this quote on the GRE before. It's like greatness and madness and next door neighbors, and they just borrow each other's sugar once in a while. Or I can manifest like a mother. Everything comes from the imagination. Everything comes from the imagination. So the power of the mind, people don't understand. We still don't understand. I still don't understand how powerful it is. I'm still learning. But I know one thing is I can make things happen. I can go to levels. I just can't tell the world, but like these levels that like I've manifested things that I'm just like I still shock myself like how the fuck did I make that happen? And this is not even to do with fighting. This is to do with my personal life. And I'm like, I made that happen. And this is through this like manifesting subconsciously as well. Just years of something just manifesting, and boom, it's right there. I'm just like, shit, I really made that happen. It's scary, man.
2 years in the gym, true wins, true losses, true life. I just realized that if you say it to yourself and you look yourself in the eye and look yourself in the mirror and truly believe that not a man alive can beat you, then that is the way it is. And just true hours in the gym and preparation, I feel that I am untouchable right now.
I want to reassure you that no matter what the night, no matter what the storm, no matter what the difficulty, there isn't anybody here that can't figure it out, find some things to do, step at a time, yes. Minute at a time, yes. Day at a time, yes. Week at a time, yes. But there isn't anything you can't walk away from. There isn't any challenge you can't overcome. I want you to have that kind of belief in yourself.
Maybe it was your time to lose. You didn't think so. Lose? I don't lose! I win! I win! That's my job! That's what I do!
If a person would sit down and let their body relax, totally relax, okay, and then start to visualize in their mind, see themselves the way they want to see themselves. See how you'd like to live your life. See yourself living it that way. Now understand that that's a picture in your mind. Take that picture and describe it. Write it out in the present tense. I am so happy now that I see myself, and write it out. Start to read it and read it and read it and read it every day. Carry it around and keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers all down through history have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous agreement on it. We become what we think about. Now, it may be fantasy at first. It might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it. I watch people's personality change right in front of my eyes. And all they're doing is starting to see themselves differently, starting to think different thoughts.
Nah, I feel confident because I'm the best player in the world. It's just simple.
You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be. You anything you set out to accomplish. You hold to that desire with singleness of purpose.
If you want revenge for the bad things that have happened in your life, start with the version of you that hasn't lived up to your potential.
Connor, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first time. You didn't have a car, you didn't have a pot to piss in, all you had were blueberries. Now here you are with the undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve it, you called it.
Yeah, from nothing to something to everything.
You know, two years ago, I had the goal in my head that I'm going to be the best player in the league.
I believe in the law of attraction.
It's something that's like an internal belief.
So I just feel it in my whole being that I'm the best fighter on the planet.
I honestly have convinced myself that I'm not designed to lose.
Power of the mind. And I believe that that you can speak things into existence. And I believe that when you know where you're going and you know what you want, the universe has a way of stepping aside for you.
The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
And I've always had visions of better. I've always visualized better. And in times of struggle, like driving down in a banger of a car that I had to push start. I'd be still driving a soft-top Bentley around Beautiful, California in my head. And lo and behold, now I am driving a beautiful soft-top Bentley around California. So I always visualize good things. I always visualize victory, success, abundance. I visualized it all, and it's all happening.
Around 2010, 2011, I went through this huge spiritual thing where I became obsessed with the power of the mind. Meditating meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are. Like how
meditation, visualization. See it in your mind, hold it in your hand, small tasks to get there. That's our formula, guys. That's what they do, that's what we can do. You know, I gotta work on my visualization. This is not just it. This is not, there are no limitations. But I gotta visualize way more. All right, friends, I will see you tomorrow.